Men are the reasons why men are unaliving themselves at the rate that they are. They are the reasons why, because they do not care about other men. They are not going to pick up and help other men. They are the reasons why men are so insecure. Have you heard how men talk to men? Men are struggling because men feel like men should get it on their own. They need help, and that is okay. Y'all think a man is weak because he needs help. Y'all think a man is weak because he's down and he ain't getting it like you. How about you help him get it like you?
The guy actually said it in the video. He said, you cannot continue to have a society of women that thrive when the boys are struggling this bad. And what he's basically preparing the world to say is that we shifted all the focus and we shifted all the resources to female-led, DEI-driven girls rock. We're going to need to pull back on that because now we got a bunch of psychology degrees and no plumbers and electricians. So what I took from that is that to say he's going, you already see Trump doing it. They are about to do a whole trade school push to say, we don't give a damn about all the rest of that. These boys, we're going to give them purpose. We're going to give them skills. When they watch themselves work for a paycheck, and that investment that we make in boys is how society of men in general can help the boys out. And that's where we're deficient.
I have never heard such bullshit than the excuses that men give to other men. Men will make any excuse not to care about men. Men will make any excuse not to do anything for their community. A community is just a group of people. It has nothing to do with family. It is your chosen family. A community is your chosen family. Since the 60s, since Black people have had laws in place, now don't get me wrong, we have still been discriminated. Since they have had laws in place to get fair housing, to get affordable housing, women have had to build a community because the family chose for that woman to be in those projects so that the family can get assistance, and that man went and stayed somewhere else. And then the cycle of single mothers started essentially there. And so we are acting like women have not had to build a community of people without husbands available for their sons since then, and likely before then. But I'm just making a point about right then. Men will make any excuse not to get up off their asses. I don't have time. You have 24 hours in a day. Y'all get on this internet and tout how everybody has 24 hours in a day. You can build a business in a week if you got. Y'all can do anything else. You can put your mind to anything else except helping your fellow man. Men are the reasons why men are unaliving themselves at the rate that they are. They are the reasons why, because they do not care about other men. They are not going to pick up and help other men. They are the reasons why men are so insecure. Have you heard how men talk to men? It's not just women. I'm not saying that women don't do it, but we're talking about men right now. This is the subject. Have you heard how men talk to men if they just bear their feelings? They call them weak. They call them simps. They don't want to hear it. Y'all don't get deep. Y'all don't try to figure it out. Y'all don't try to problem solve. Women do that. It's not a kumbaya. It is, we are helping her. We are helping those that need help. Y'all need to do the same thing. You have 24 hours in a day. Get it done. If there are no male shelters, get it done. Y'all can do it. Women don't have to do that. We don't have to put in our labor to do that. We put in our labor to help women. How about men put in labor to help men? Men are struggling because men feel like men should get it on their own. They need help, and that is okay. Y'all think a man is weak because he needs help. Y'all think a man is weak because he's down and he ain't getting it like you. How about you help him get it like you? That's the thing. How about you pay for somebody to become a plumber or an electrician? How about you foot that bill? How
Huh?
about you help them sign up for that?
You foot
Y'all
that
don't
bill.
do it because you don't care. And then you want to put blame on women. Women not the problem. Not right now, because we're talking about men. What are men not doing? We can talk about what women ain't doing later. Because I'm all for holding women accountable. But we're gonna talk about what men are not doing for other men. Because y'all ain't doing shit. Period.
Well, to be fair, it's because we dumped it all into y'all.
Yep, I said that at the end. But we taking it back now. Don't worry. These boys will be straight.
We literally dumped it all into our women.
Yep.
I don't want
I
to.
hope
all
y'all
it-
got those last degrees because
I
that
don't want
shit
to
over
call
with.
up what she said. Some of the stuff she said, even though she said it with vigor and spirit, there's some validity to it.
Mhm.
But I
That's
think
not-
also, Bo, you didn't give credence to what Trigger Mike set up as a foundation. I think sometimes this is where we get lost when we talk past each other. There's a certain maturation that men go through that women don't because of how we're socialized. That's just what it is. And unfortunately, and I've said this and I'll say it even on this panel, our only weakness is y'all. Most men don't see a purpose to life in general if there's not women involved. That happens from the time they're young, right? So you guys are a pivotal part. Not that you have to do the organizations, but there is got to be a concerted effort. And I spoke to it. There has to be a change of this attack of the image of men, the presence of men. Most women don't want men to even be in like something like a daycare. Why wouldn't you want men to be around children? Why is it automatically they're in harm's way? This is a society thing, and this exists amongst multiple sectors. So what you find sometimes too is that when men do try to organize and create positive reinforcement for men, there is consorted powers that try to stand against that because there is an attack on masculinity, always has been. That they're not changing. So I think there's validity to both sides. We
All right.
need
And
just what it is.
Hold on, y'all. We got to get Shan in there. And Trev, go ahead, Shan.
You can go ahead and do Trev first because we all over the place.
Okay,
We
go
are.
ahead, Trev. Did you want to say something? You got that finger up, still holding up. You.
that was a long ass finger.
You want to go or no? You good? All right. No, so again, there are things that us as men have to do, right? It's something that I do. I've had plenty of people who are not my kin, right? For just because I understand what the situation is. I've told people before, since I started doing social media, people were contacting me uh, for whatever reason. And that's the thing that we have to be careful what it is we say because people feel like you are, professionals right away. Like people start to fall into it and they will really come to you for consultations and such. If it's if people need help and something that I may be more versed in, I will help. And I don't put paywalls behind it. So that's part of it. That's something that I think more of us need to do. I've helped plenty of people personally. I don't think that there's a lot of support for that. If we're talking about the support systems like shelters, the organizations, 75 to 80% of that is government funded. So it's not to say like women just got together and put these together like all the way. That's not really what it is. Women, like if we're talking about socially cool, but if we're talking about boots on the ground, putting the bread up, uh, most of them are government funded, and it's difficult to get those grants for those organizations for men. A lot of people just don't care about that. That's how I see you might have a different idea of that. If you got some data for me, I'm for it.